Alright, should be recording now. Got my Valve controller. So I'm gonna open it, do one of those lame unboxing videos that everyone seems to love so much. Oh, should have cut it first, because that would be smart. But whatever. Alright, box. It's like the one that would sell in stores. Pretty easy packaging to open though. Oh, something on the inside here. Of course it's better. Oh, it looks like a screw diagram on the inside. From top to bottom. I don't know if it's just for show or if it's actually useful. It does seem to show all the screw holes. Interesting. Alright, adjust the camera down a little bit. See my ugly ass desk. Oh, this is a sticker. Controller and styrofoam, literally. The logo in styrofoam. Controller itself. Look into that a little bit more in just a second. 2 AA batteries, so this must be what powers the controller. Weird that they wouldn't go for like a power pack. I would assume it would have better battery life, but change batteries isn't the end of the world. This must be the USB stick. Very tiny, which is good. Under the Valve styrofoam here, quick start guide, whatever. Product guide, also whatever. And I've got something else here. Just don't know what that is yet. Like a mini USB cable and whatever the fuck this is. I think this is just an extension. A USB here and a mini here. Oh, it's so you take this. I've had a Logitech device that did this. You put the thing in there, and then you plug that in your computer, and then you can move it around your desk so you don't get lag or away from your computer if it's on a TV stand. So let's plug it in. Seems to be okay build quality. Pretty tight USB plugins. Really tight, actually. So I'm going to plug this in right to my keyboard. This box off to the side. Computer's figuring out what I just plugged in. In the meantime, we'll Try to figure out how batteries go. Looks like there's a little latch here. And that pops this whole back piece off. Looks like the batteries go in the arms on the sides here. The other one went in right away, but this one, put them in an angle and then push over. Okay. So if there's little latches here that kick the battery out. Let's try. Yeah. There's little latches on the side that come down when you push the battery in, and you push it up and it kicks the battery out of the side. So that, I guess that gives it weight on the sides. Goes back in pretty easily. Okay. So now, the question is I have to actually read the fucking instructions. How ridiculous. Yeah, batteries in. Thing in, which I've done, and then push the valve logo. Ooh, it's on. The camera doesn't pick up the light very well, but it's a nice light. Because literally all the instructions say is just push the button. And it's supposed to figure it out, I assume. Ah, and on my computer, spin the camera here. You might see, let me check if it's recording okay. Ah. It says, using a Steam controller, please run a big picture mode to make the full use of your controller. And if I press the middle button again, it launches the Steam controller. Looks like there's a firmware update, which I will do. Do not power off the controller. I'm actually going to plug the controller in because I don't know what the battery life is like after shipping. It's been rather cold. Unplug my poor PS4 controller, which is being replaced. Normally I just game with the controller plugged in anyways because it doesn't bother me since I'm right in front of my computer most of the time. So if I do get the Steam controller link at some point for my TV upstairs, then I'll definitely be using the wireless. Alright, I'm in big picture mode, which everyone seems to not like that much for obvious reasons. Which I'm not used to at all, so I'll have to get used to that. Alright, see if I can find a game worthy of the controller here. I thought about doing Street Fighter 4, but no, I'm not going to do that. That would be awful. Let's do Batman. I haven't played Batman since I beat it, so it's patched supposedly. Except the in-game shortcut for screenshots is the Steam button and the RB1. should just be able to hop in here once it's loaded. And I go through the logos. Save start. And I'll just continue story at my 96% completion. Should avoid any spoilers if any of you have already. I'm just basically collecting rid of our trophies at this point, because this game decided that you needed 3 billion of them to fight the Riddler for real. Okay. Just testing all the buttons here. It looks like the side one doesn't do anything except for the middle press is zoom in. Oh, it actually moves the camera with if I just roll my finger. Sensitivity is a little weak for me, but I haven't adjusted any settings yet. I'm gonna have to get used to where the X, Y, A, and B buttons are. Okay. I did play this game with the controller, the PS4 controller, because I just feel it's better for fighters like this. Now I can't move Batman with the right one by default, so let's see if I can configure the controller here a little bit. Or actually see if there's any configurations or templates. Okay. I'm gonna close Batman actually. I'm gonna try Binding of Isaac, which is a little simpler. Because I don't want to spend too much time messing with the configuration, although it looks okay. There's the one thing I hate about big picture mode is my mouse is in the middle of the screen because it opened in window mode, which is awful. Alright, so far the stick seems okay. I don't think it's one of those ones with a metal stick in it because it's not as firm as I normally expect. Okay, this is actually pretty good because in Binding of Isaac, you attack using directional, and you can do that at the top with these. Just by rolling and holding your finger there and then letting go, that attacks. And I can actually use this to move him around, which is an interesting concept. Well, it's a little weird having to press the top thing. I still feel that a joystick is better. This feels weird pressing on it. I feel like it should just be a touch, but it's not set up that way right now. I messed with a little bit. I think the build quality is okay. A little plasticky, I would say. I would agree with the reviews that have already said that. We've got buttons here and here. And we've got buttons here and here. Also got buttons on the back. Click and click. These are little, you gotta basically touch them at the ends to really get a good click on them. We've got your X, Y, B, and A here. Buttons seem okay, probably the same as the Xbox 360, I would say. Yeah, the PS4 is a little softer, a little squishier, so that's really preference. These are the big controversial buttons. I think the touch on this is really good. It has a little bit of forced feedback. Or at least I feel something underneath when I'm pushing on it. I think clicking them is a little weird. Might just have to get used to that. Using these as directional, I don't recommend. Though they do work. They might just need to be tight. Their dead zone might need to be tightened, and that was one of the options. When you got start and select, and then the Steam button brings up the Steam interface. No, I think that's it. Let me try the screenshot option. Screenshot works pretty well. You can do it nice and fast. I still think the biggest downfall, this is probably going to be big picture mode. I'm going to try to set it up for Witcher 3, which is a non-Steam game. See how that works. I just don't have it on Steam, I have it on GOG. So, I'll try that out. I can move the mouse on the desktop using the right haptic pad here. I might if I was, not in front of my computer, but otherwise it seems silly. Although I don't know how to left click. Oh, that's right click. How do I left click? Okay, that's a little confusing. Left click is RB2, and then right click is RB or LB2. Alright, I'm gonna close the video down. Let me know if you guys want to see more.